Hey everybody, I'm Andy Smith. I'm a 30-year comic book veteran, having worked for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, Cross Generation, Ominous Press. You name it, I've probably worked for them. And I do other things art-wise outside of comics in the field of advertising. I've also written some books on drawing comics you might have seen. Drawing American manga superheroes, Drawing Dynamic Comics was my first book. And I also did the handy little How to Draw Superhero sketchbook where all you need is a pencil because you do all the work right inside the book. Enough about that. This is the Book Look series. The Book Look series is where I grab a book off my library. You can see the tons of books I have behind me. And I go through it page by page with you so you can see if it's a book that you might want to buy. I like to know what I want to buy before I buy it, and I feel this is a way to give you some insight into these books. So join me for today's book look. Thanks. Hello everybody, it is Andy Smith, your host with the most, 32-year veteran of the comic book industry, and today's book look, this is super special. This is the unofficial Marvel Comics Hostess Ads collection. It is by the gentleman that lives here in town. I believe I did other book looks on these other fine books he did. He did Superpowers Volume 1, which collect all 12 mini comics that were included with the Kenner Superpower action figures from the 80s. These were cool. These mini comics were basically 2 panels a page. He did Volume 2. Collecting 11 mini comics included with the Kenner's Superpowers Action Figure Series 2. He did Secret Origins, collecting all 8 mini comics included with Leaf Candies. Now, when I saw this book, I didn't even know they did this. So this was new to me. And look at that. I opened up to one of my favorites, Aquaman, right out of the gate, right there. And there should be a link in the description below if you want to buy these books. He has an Etsy store and stuff. Great fun art in this. Let me see where Batman is. I'm trying to think if Batman was by Don Newton. That, of course, is Green Lantern, Joe Staton. But let's see. Oh, look at that. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But I'm trying to see. Here's Batman. I want to say the Batman might have been Don. Yeah, I think it was Don Newton. Looking at some of these faces and stuff. So anyhow, so there's those that the guy published as well. I knew he was doing this, and I was very excited for it. Sorry about the glare. It is shiny. This is just cool. I love, if you know me, you know I love the Hostess ads and all my books that Astonishing Comics, my publishing company, puts out. I do a parody Hostess ad, Hosted. Nice hardcover. It's 80 pages. It collects 80 of the strips here. Unauthorized reproduction. But it collects all the Marvel ads. And in the back of the book, there's an index saying what comic each of these ads appeared in. So if there's an ad that you're like, wow, I really want that, you can find the specific comic. Now, there's a lot of these I haven't seen. This one here, George Tuska, Iron Man. Never saw that one. I've seen almost all the Captain Marvel ones. Luckily, I love Captain Marvel. But these are nice. Nice reproduction in here. You're asking why these are printed smaller, because obviously these were printed in full-size comic books. It's just the format he does things. You know, these superpower books here are pretty much actual size of the mini comics when they came out. So he tries to do actual size, and he also tries to make these affordable. I believe this is $14, I want to say. This is one of my favorite
Captain Marvel ones. There's only a few that I would love to do a panel to, like total swipe, just keep the exact layout, but with my characters. In this one, I could see First Man right here. I could see this being Monarch spaceship right there. Sure, why not? Get a little hokey. First Man has a signal watch or something maybe. Then Monarch inside his spaceship. Monarch and a minion. You know, I could see this working. Just the way it is. You know, except obviously my art. Hulk here, John Romita Sr. Spider-Man, Ross Andrew. I mean, some of these you can just pick out who the artists are. Some are a little harder. Sal Buscema on this Hulk. Not quite sure on this Spider-Man right here. Another Captain Marvel. That looks like Sal Buscema. I remember this Human Torch one. Human Torch Saves the Valley. Mr. Fantastic, Power of Gold. Never saw that one, I don't recall. This is not my first flip through of this book. I got this a couple weeks ago. Actually, no, I got it a week ago, yesterday. Like I said, the guy lives pretty much in town, and I was able to meet up with him at that Rock Hill Comic-Con to get this from him and save on postage. Because if I wasn't going to meet up with him, I would have just bought it from his eBay or Etsy store. So just cool stuff. I mean, this just really brings you back to being a kid now. Instead of having to look through old comics to find these ads, I can just pull this off my shelf to look at. And these ads were just fun. This is what's missing, I think, in comics. Now, I know DC a few years ago recently tried to do this with Snickers, and I don't know, it just didn't have the same fun feel. And it's not the artwork. I think Ivan Rice did some of the art on them. It was just the layout. I love the layout being a single page like this. Nice glory shot, if you will, of what they're pitching at the bottom there. Oh, another Captain Marvel. You know, Captain Marvel in the 70s, I don't know, man. He must have been, I know he was popular, but I didn't think he was so popular that it's like, let's just keep doing Hostess ads with him. This Daredevil one was always one of my favorites. I'm not sure who drew it, so anybody out there, throw out your ideas. It kind of looks like John Romita Sr., inked by Joe Sinnott to me. I just love this big goofy guy. He's just a weird, stereotypical big, dumb jock type dude. Just kind of cracks me up. And that's the thing. That's the problem with the new ones they did. I don't think they had, like the Snickers one they were going off of. Oh, you're acting like a beast. Here, eat this. And then they ate it. And it was like, Wonder Woman, when you're hungry, you know. Here is one of my ultimate favorites, Hot Shot on the Block. This is one of the ones, kind of like that Daredevil one, they just made up villains for the ads that you never saw in the comics. And I would love to have seen this guy in the comics. You know, once again, I'm a broken record repeating myself. I'm old school. I love these old school costume designs. I love that drawing of Hot Shot. And I think it was last year, 2 years ago, just for the fun of it, I did a drawing of Hot Shot, just from waist up, I think. I just love that. It looks like Tom Palmer inks, and it's either Sal or John on pencils. I think it's Sal Buscema on pencils. That's so Sal. Not a John, but then like this arm is very John, but when Tom Palmer does the inking, he pulls it together. Here's another one. Now this is a Captain Marvel ad I've never seen, so I will try and hunt down the actual comic this was in. I am not sure who drew this. This figure right here, it's like, this looks like Pat Broderick. This small figure right here. But the rest of it doesn't. That kind of does. because Pat was working on Captain Marvel towards the end of the run. Bruce Patterson, I believe, was doing most of the inking, so I'm not really sure. I guess I could ask Pat, but I'll have to try and track that one down. Guys, we're really halfway through this fantastic book. Another Captain Marvel ad. This is another one I've never seen before. This cranky scientist needs a Twinkie. Sunday Punch with the Thing. I think I've seen that one. That looked familiar. This Captain America one was another one I've never seen before. Red Skull. Seen that Spider-Man one. This Hulk one I've seen so many times. This looks like Dave Cockrum to me. The way the figure's constructed on the Hulk. And even the girls' faces, the female, the woman's face and stuff. This looks like Dave Cockrum to me. I guess to me, comic books, they're just supposed to, you know, you can get heavy with comics and stories. There's lots of comics that do that, but superhero stuff to me is just like, keep it fun and, you know, get your salesmen out there to pitch to these guys to do these ads again. This is Ross Andru on this Spider-Man and Madam Web. I don't think I've ever seen this Legal Eagle one before. Thor. They did not do a lot with Thor in these ads. Here's another Sal Buscema Spider-Man. A glutton for gold. The golden cake of a Twinkie. Spider-Man meets the home wrecker. Well, that has a different meaning in today's world, doesn't it? This looks like it could be, you know, it's probably Sal Buscema. I was going to say it looks like it could be John, but this looks more like Sal. Another Captain Marvel. I'm telling you, Captain Marvel got a lot of play. I have to see in the back who got more. Sal Buscema Hulk. This Iron Man looks like Sal as well. Another Sal Buscema Hulk. And that one actually looks like, is that Klaus? That looks like, this looks like it's inked by Klaus Janson over Sal. This Thor, 1980. I'm not quite sure who drew it. This looks Jim Starlin-esque to me, but I don't think it is. This is great. Human Torch. They got Gil Kane to draw one. This looks like Joe Rubinstein inks over Gil. Love that. This looks like Joe Sinnott inking, possibly over Sal again. Another Spider-Man, Captain America cut on the dotted line. What is that all about? Another great Hulk, that's Sal. This is definitely Ross Andru, Spidey. This one I really like just because the layout. A lot of these layouts were just the typical 3 tiers, 6-panel grids. But this layout looks like Ross got a little inventive with it. I dig that. Nice Spider-Man figure there. That Captain America one. This Incredible Hulk one, I should, before I skip ahead, looks like Herb Trimp. I'm not sure about that Captain America one. Killer Bee and Son. I don't believe I have this one in a comic either. Gil Kane drawing one of my favorite characters, Captain Marvel. Just freaking cool. Another Sal Buscema. I wonder, you know, nowadays doing ad work pays better than comic books, but I wonder if back then, if these guys were getting paid better or not. Another Gil Kane doing a little Daredevil here. This one's not as cool to me because there's just all these small shots of Daredevil. You never really get a good cool shot of Daredevil. Another Sal Buscema Captain America. Spider-Man there, kicking it. Captain America versus the aliens. See, Cap doesn't like people jumping the border either. Oh, wait, it's not those type of aliens. Never mind. Very cool looking Daredevil here. That looks like Sal. Another Captain Marvel. I mean, they just love Captain Marvel. One of these, I don't think I missed it. I'm not going to, I'll leave my comment until I see if I'm correct. But we're getting to the end, so I might have missed it. And you're going, missed what? Tell me. I'll tell you when I get to the end. This one also looks like Sal, the Human Torch here. Spider-Man and Demolition Derby. That's one I've never seen. Another Captain America. So far, I think the captains are winning it. Captain America and Captain Marvel. Two Captain Americas back to back. This is what I was going to say. Guys, I could be wrong. I've never seen this Hulk one before. Hulk and Hulk Gets Even. I'm thinking that looks like John Byrne to me. It's 1980. This is a real John Byrne looking figure construction. This whole panel is. These little figures are. That face is. This is as well. I'm thinking this is Byrne. So look at that. Even John Byrne draws one. And then we get to the back with the index. So, yeah, I remember what the name of that Captain Marvel one was. I've never had before. I don't remember. Killer Being's Son. Look at that. Walt Disney Stories 440. Let me see if I can find that Captain Marvel one I was thinking of. That I never... Bear with me. It's not that one. Let's see. Captain Marvel, Professor Sneer. I'll look that up. Oh, it's this one. Captain Marvel, Energy Crisis. Let's see what comic was that in that I might have to try and get. Captain Marvel, Energy Crisis. Professor Sneer was in Marvel Superheroes 84. Energy Crisis, Marvel Superheroes 62. So, guys, it looks like I might have to look for Marvel Superheroes 62. But that is it. For the book look, collecting over 80 Hostess snack ads from the 70s and 80s featuring Marvel Comics' greatest heroes. These never before collected adventures. Features Spider-Man, the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Daredevil, Captain Marvel, the Fantastic Four, dealing out justice and sharing their delicious Hostess snacks. They are delicious. If you're a fan of this type of stuff, I highly suggest getting these books. Like I said, I'll post the link in the description below. I can even show you other ones he did real quick. Let me just take them out of this little bag. And he is currently, if you're wondering, he's currently working on the DC ads. He also did this Marvel Superheroes, 4 Pulse-Pounding Adventures. This is Bubblegum Funnies. Plus, looks like Archie and stuff in here. So, these were cool. Never saw any of these, so that was new to me. DC Superheroes Mini Comic Collection Volume 2. This is the Mini Comic Collection Volume 1, a little bit bigger here, but you can see, so it just really brings back the nostalgia. And then this is the Mini Comic Collection Volume 3. I never knew about any of these, so yeah, it was just fun discovering this stuff, and I'm so glad he's putting these together. So, yeah, thanks for joining me for the book look today, where we spotlit however you want to say it. Let's get these out of the way. The unofficial Marvel Comics Hostess Ads. Go get yourself a copy of this. You will not regret it. Thank you for joining me on the book look. Please check out Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. That is my latest project. It's on Indiegogo. The t-shirts and beanies. The t-shirts should be coming to me within another week or so. The beanies have come in, so if anybody literally just ordered a beanie, we can start shipping those out. And the book itself, we're over $90,000. We want to hit $100,000 because that will unlock the 4-page Bud Root Lilith story that he's penciling and inking. Colors by Dan Lawless. Bud, of course, is the creator of Cave Woman. He draws the best bodacious, babylicious women out there. So go to the campaign page, link in the description below. You can see the first 3 pages of his 4-page story. And back the book if you haven't already. Time will be running out. It's not going to stay up forever once we get the book to print. Hopefully we're shooting for the end of this month because delivery is scheduled for November. So thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and share the channel, everybody. It's because of you guys and spreading the word that I'm allowed to do this or can do this. So thank you very much. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great night.